So by now you should have something that looks like a tangled little mess of squigglies. I've got one more set to do here, so we'll go ahead and knock those out. And it gets a little tight working in there, but now you should have kind of a good idea of what you're looking for to do your half double crochets in. And so now you should have 8 legs and be finished with that 8th one. And how we're going to tie this off is when you set it down, you should be able to lay it flat and get all of your legs to lay down flat. And so then you're going to take that string that you started with, this one right here, and then you're just going to yarn over and pull that through. And then that's going to help you to seal your work. And you're just going to pull those 2 strings tight, and then what I do is I just tie it in a regular old knot. And that is going to leave you with your tentacles. And it looks a little funny now, but you want to leave probably a good, I would say 7 or 8 inches, maybe a little more. And you're just going to cut, and that's how we're going to sew your octopus together. So now you should be able to untangle these legs, and when you lay it flat, just like that, you'll be able to set your ball on top of it. And now you should be able to see kind of the basis of your octopus. Here's one that I finished before. It's a little bit bigger because what I did to make this one is I actually, when I got a little better at doing this, I got 2 strands of yarn that I really liked the color combination, and I did it at the same time. So if you wanted to do this, you could still use an H hook to do 2 strands at one, or if you want, you can go up a hook size just to give a little bit more comfort with maneuvering both. But that's the end result of what we're going to make. So now that we have that, we want to get our yarn needle again, and you want to go back to the longest strand of yarn that you had, and you're just going to thread your needle. Easier said than done. See, I'm not perfect at it either. There we go. Good enough. All right. And so when we get ready to sew this together, we want to make sure the strings are on the bottom side. And you're just going to choose one of the 2 sides, because each side has a little place that we started from. Since I sewed together the bottom part, I'm going to lay that bottom part on top of the ball, just like that. And then you're just going to flip it upside down. And what we're going to do is just take our yarn needle, and you're just going to go through a stitch, and then you're just going to go through this, and basically there's no right or wrong way to sew it. You just want to make sure that you get your needle through the yarn and you're attaching both of these together securely. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to make sure that you're going to be able to hold your legs on there. And what you can do is, if you follow around kind of the same, because you can see how it makes lines across, if you follow those same stitches, it should kind of keep your little octopus straight. And this shouldn't take too long. But you're just going to keep on sewing it until it gets on there. Okay. We're almost done here. Okay, and so once we get to the end, you're going to be back at that same string you were earlier. And what you're going to do is you're just going to do the same thing we did before, and you're just going to tie that together in a basic knot, but you're going to tie it real tight because you want that knot to be sort of hidden in the legs. And then leaving a couple of inches, you're just going to trim the rest of that off. All right, so once you've done that, you're going to take your hook, and just like we did the strand before, you're going to put it in the top or in one of those holes, and you want to go down somewhere close by where your strands are, and you're just going to grab them and tuck them into your project just like that. So now, and then if you just rub that little hole, can't even tell where you did it at. And now you should have your legs on good and secure. And if you lay your little octopus flat, you should be able to see your brand new baby octopus. All right, well, if you'll give me a few minutes here, I will walk you through how to put the eyes on your brand new baby octopus. I hope you guys have made it this far. I would really like to see the pictures of your projects. Keep me posted.